here to talk about coupling.
Ooh, I guess we are. Because again, Cheech and Chong's last movie, the story of the careers of the hit comedy duo Cheech and Chong. Joe, let me ask you this: you
Hmm.
ever heard of them?
I have, Tom. I've had. This started in my childhood. My dad had a 8-track cassette called Cheech and Chong's "Up in Smoke," and it had music from the film Up in Smoke, along with a few clips of the movie. Audio clips, because this was all sound. You see. And then there was another one there, an 8-track called Cheech and Chong's Greatest Hit. And that had some bits that they did in their comedy routine, Tom, like Sister Mary Elephant and Dave's Not Here and Blind Melon Chitlin, all the classics that made them the sensations that they are today.
That's right, Joe. And today we're here to talk about those sensations and their documentary.
One more thing, along with seeing a lot of the movies that they were in, I also listened to an audiobook written by Cheech Marin, as he likes to be called. It doesn't like to be called Marin, but yeah, and that told the story of Cheech and Chong. So I guess you've listened to this audiobook as well.
Yes, and I guess I've listened to it twice now, Joe.
There's probably no surprises in this if it is a documentary.
Uh, the only surprise is how not great it was and how kind of clumsy and boring and how it ended. But we'll get into all of that, Joe.
Lay it on us.
So, this isn't a Talking Heads documentary where they get a bunch of people and it's just telling the story through other people. Excuse me. Cheech and Chong are there. They're interviewed in like separately in a room, and then there's a framing device or a wraparound, as you like to call it, where they're both driving in a car through the desert. There's a loose story where they're going to meet Dave at the joint, and they're just talking back and forth about their careers, not really saying much. There's a little thing like, "Oh, you got a joint? Oh no, man, I can't find it. Oh, I got these gummies though, because it's 2025, you see."
Hmm.
So along the way, they pick up hitchhikers to help tell the story. Only they don't, and they only pick up four people, one being Chong's first wife, who maybe is on second for or on screen for 2 seconds. She's like in the back seat, and she says, "Oh, I stayed with him because I loved him and had a family," and that's it. That's all you hear from her in the movie. I guess that's enough, but this it sucks. Like this driving with them in the car, shit sucks. Picking these people up. He picks up his second wife. And he's like, "Oh man, you're looking good. Look at you. All right." And then she's gone. And then the guy that helped them, or the guy that produced their albums and directed the first movie, he says a little bit, nothing really of significance. And then they have an editor who directed Nice Dreams, I think, come in, and he says even less than the first wife. So this whole thing of picking up these hitchhikers that help tell the story sucks, takes up too much time, and leads to nothing. So we learn about Chong growing up in Canada, Cheech growing up in LA, them coming together, and then forming the band and meeting this producer dude and says, "Hey, let's make a record." All right, so they make a record. It gets big. Then they make movies with this guy. The first one didn't, they got kind of screwed on their contract, and they did better. And then they had a falling out, and Cheech made Born in East LA. And then we go back inside the car and they're kind of fighting a little bit, just like, "Oh no, man, you left because of this. Oh no, man, that's not how it was. It was kind of this." And you could tell they were kind of bringing those bad feelings back to the surface and talking about that. And then it just kind of pulls out of that to them, it's like Hollywood style. Oh, they're really on the back of a truck and it's getting pulled. And the director comes out, like, "Oh, I'm tired of hearing you guys bitch all fucking day. I had to listen to you. Why don't you just get off the rig and we'll leave you here?" So they just leave him in the middle of the desert. They're just like, "Oh man, I'm sorry about that. We should stop fighting and be friends." And then they walk into a store with a joint on it, and the movie ends. What about everything after Born in East LA? Like, there was Far Out Man, and then there's separate things that they did, and then they came back together to do those arena shows and the animated movie and kinda how their lives are now.
Yeah, Chong's like stint in jail, and then his
That's mentioned in the credits. There's just a little news clip says, "Tommy Chong was arrested for selling bongs on the internet." That was it.
well, yeah, his bong business,
But
and
that was the only mention of it in the credits if you decided to stay for the credits.
I never watched the show, but I think he was a regular on.
That '70s show, which was pretty big, I didn't really care for it, but
Yeah, it's not. No, it never made me laugh.
yeah, it was just like, "Here's a clip of Cheech in an animated movie, here's a clip of Chong in an animated movie." It's so clumsy, it's just right after, "Oh, yeah, I guess, they made Cheech made the, Born in East LA music video first. He wanted Chong to be a part of it. He wanted Chong to play a cop in the, video, and Chong was just, "No, man, I'm not gonna play a cop. You just want me to do this bit role in this? That's not good." He thought he was above it or whatever. So that it came out that Chong thought he was more than he was. I'm not saying he was or he wasn't, but he had a higher value than maybe somebody who's more humble would. I don't know. I've never been in the position that he was in with all the money and success, so I don't know, but, there's 2 sides of every story and then what really is. But, yeah, so, some companies came to Cheech like, "Hey, we heard this song, we think there's a movie here, but it's only gonna be a Cheech movie, not a Cheech and Chong movie." So he said, "Oh, yeah, he did that." And then that's just kinda where the story of their career ends. It's like, "What?" You have to talk about and then Tommy did Far Out Man, and they had these years where they really weren't talking, and then they came back together to do these shows after how many long, and then they did that animated movie, even though that wasn't great and just kinda it's still a Cheech and Chong movie that's out there, part of their careers. It was I don't know. Um, Even if I didn't know all this stuff already, it was still kinda boring. Lori said it was boring. Yeah, I don't it's that driving in the car shit is so whack. And man, I mean, we're all old now, but it's just like, damn, they look old and
Yeah, well, they are. I mean, they are.
yeah.
And the thing is, like their stuff, it's like you always say, very of its time. That they struck gold while for the perfect time. To do dope humor, and it helps a lot, I guess, if you're high when you were listening to that stuff or watching the movies. You know, you're gonna laugh a lot. I was a kid, so it was just silly to me. And like now we tried to rewatch was it the first or how
Next movie?
next movie? Yeah, that's one we reviewed not too long ago, or maybe it was years ago. I don't. But yeah, it just came off as very juvenile to me. You know, it didn't. I didn't laugh. It's like that their kind of stuff I think is something to outgrow after a while, and people laugh at different shit now. So
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I still think next movie's funny as shit.
yeah, you did. Yeah, you gave it a glowing review. Uh, um, but so yeah, I don't. You know, I guess this is for the fans.
Is it?
This is to take the fan money. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, there was 5 people in the theater, including Lori and I, so how much of the fans' money they took, I don't know. This is maybe something for people who aren't familiar
yeah.
with Cheech and Chong so much, because I mean, I'm sure not everybody fucking watched Tommy Chong's documentary and fucking read Cheech Marin's book, so
Yeah, so when this was announced, I thought initially that it was going to be a movie. Like it was going to be a scripted movie, and that would have been cool. You know, hey, these are these old men, these old potheads that are still on the block, you know, and write a movie around that. Maybe I would have been interested to go see that. But when I heard it was a documentary type thing, um, I even thought it was going to have some bits in it. I thought it was going to have like new material or them like continuing old material, like they talk.
kinda in the car, but not really.
Okay, yeah. So this sounds like something that would have probably, you know, should have just been direct to streaming service or something.
Yeah, I mean, throw it in theaters, get it out there to see who will watch it, I guess, but I mean, I thought the Robert Englund documentary was better, and I like Cheech and Chong way more than that dude. I was more engaged with the Gunnar Hansen one. Old Mancunian Man, I think this one was better just because, I care about the subject matter.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was just kind of clumsy and uneven and how it ended. It was just like, there wasn't a whole lot of a story left to tell, but there was still story. Let not, oh, you didn't let me fucking work on East LA, but that's all right. Let's forget about everything and just walk into this joint store. It's like, what? Like, when this was happening, I was like, "This can't be the end of the movie." Like, it seems like I've been here forever, and I did check my phone a few times to see,
Mhm.
"Alright, how long have I fucking been here?" But I was just like, "This can't nope, that's the end of the movie. Oh, alright then." Yeah, Cheech really doesn't look like he wants to be there and during the car scenes, and, Chong seems like he's just trying to have fun, try and be happy to be there, but Cheech just kind of feels like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm just here because it's the nice thing to do, I guess. Sucks. I wanted to come and say, yeah, man, this is a great definitive Cheech and Chong documentary. Check it out. You'll go down nostalgia, see this, this, and this. They played basketball, Jones. That was cool. Like,
I,
they were fucking shooting people with dildos and shit. I was like, "Oh, that's funny and quaint for the time and shit," but
I don't know, man.
yeah, it's, not gonna be I mean, it might make a worst movie of the year. That's because I don't have any on the list yet, and this isn't one of them. But 3 out of 5, I mean, it's fine, it's there, it's whatever, it's not I mean, I don't wanna that shit with the car sucks, and it's very uneven, and the ending sucks, so maybe 2.5 out of 5, but Yeah, bummer. Bummer. Shouldn't be bored at the movie theaters.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, if this is your first time watching this, we do occasionally do sneak previews for things that are coming out or whatever, but we have a weekly show in which we disseminate and discriminate against certain movies. So, I don't know, hit subscribe or just follow the channel or, check in once in a while and see what we got to say if this is your cup of tea.
And if it's not, you can always head on over to dwnproductions.net, check out my art, and head over to fastcustomshirts.com and check out Joe's shirts. And if we never see you again, it will be too soon.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to dwnproductions.net and fastcustomshirts.com. Until next time.